All right, how's it going? We're gonna do some Self Vod review. We're gonna do some Self Vod review. Oh, we're gonna cause infinite echo. Let me actually grab my VOD. All right, so we're gonna do some Self Vod review. Um, I am just trying to get prepped for ranked. I played a couple games of Dynamo today, my last two before I unlocked ranked, and they are worth rewatching, I'm sure. So I'm gonna do some um just some VOD review. I figured I'd stream it. I'm also going to record this and put it on YouTube, ideally. So hopefully I see you there as well. But let's do it. So we're laning with a 7 against a Paradox and a Kelvin. Also, this isn't going to be like what you might see on YouTube where people do play-by-play post commentaries. I'm going to be pausing and jumping around a lot. This is going to be like a traditional VOD review. I'm going to turn it down a little so we don't hear myself twice too. Okay. I'm not going to go through my every decision. I'm going to try and... How come they were there already? That was a little weird. Review my decisions. I feel like laning phase felt like it went pretty well. Up a little. I felt like I did a decent job of focusing on creeps. Not over aggroing on enemy players while still applying pressure. Going for denies. Good that I'm holding for those. I am using a gun build on Dynamo here. Although my build and my micro decision making isn't going to be something I'm going to review super closely. I'm mostly going to be focusing on macro decision making. My eyeballs are going to be on the minimap a lot. Good avoidance on the... I know my 7 was kind of leaving me to the wolves this match. He was ganking, which is good, but after he'd gank, he'd take forever to come back to lane. This is a little throw by him too. I didn't realize at the time, but I totally could have meleeed all those and they all get denied. Because of the 7's one, but that's fine. Keeping good pressure here, especially because I'm alone. Keeping great pressure here. Probably could have crazy dominated this lane if 7 was actually in it. Like, see right now, if you look at the minimap, our 7 is ganking, which is great. But after he's done ganking, he's going to take ages to get back. He's going to run all the boxes, which, I mean, the boxes are great, but, like, he gives up so much lane farm for it. I feel like he's doing it too early. And doing it early like that might be a good strat if, like, you're really behind. I see I'm complaining about it now. I feel like if you're behind, maybe that's a good idea. To sort of just give up the tower and have one guy CS and the other guy go get boxes. I don't know. I'm not good enough to know for sure, but I do know in this situation, he should have been in the lane. I do give him shit about it at one point. But we keep the energy good this game. Right here, actually, I think is a mistake. So 7 shows up. I feel like I'm really low here. So I'm not joining the fight with him. I'm focusing on this jungle. I really should have turned and focused the fight. I have my heal now. I could be in there with my heal. We totally could have killed that Kelvin. This was wrong of me. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. I should have played back and played safe, but I should have played up more to help the 7. Which, yeah, I just should have been a little more aggressive there with him since he showed up. And I should have been more passive here. I was way too far up, way too comfortable. And then this was a bad time to calm this too, I think. Like, I'm not wrong here, but I don't think is good for the morale. Fortunately, this team never really tilted or no one got toxic, but I probably shouldn't have calmed that. Because I calmed it at the one time that him being absent from the lane was actually correct. Because because he got low and had to heal, and my heal, I couldn't heal him because I used it on myself and didn't go in and fight with him when I should have. So I have ult. I might be able to get one of them. So I'm looking for an ult here, which is good, I think. I would like 7 to be in the lane with me. Yeah, I'd like 7 to be in the lane with me so that I can actually my ult, get value out of it. But if he's not, that's okay. We'll just continue to... Oh, he's here? Okay. So here's where I'm going to start looking for an ult, I think. Might even comment. Here, get ready. When they walk up a bit, I'm going to try and grab one of them with my ult. Yeah, so I let 7 know. I was able to get Kelvin. And Kelvin really shouldn't have ulted there, but... I guess it would have been good if 7 was outside of the ult, but... And I probably should have teleported there a little. Again, I'm getting too deep into the macro or micro, but I probably should have teleported a little earlier with the 7 and popped heal after the teleport. That way I could make sure he didn't die. Fortunately, he didn't. Did teleport, but had the right idea, but I was a little early. I think I die here too. Maybe not. Maybe I live. No, I die. And I was a little too
Never in the fucking lane, man.
And I'm tilting a little. No, I'm not. I remember the game. I wasn't super emotional about that, but I definitely shouldn't be worrying too much about the 7. He isn't the reason why I died there. I died because I was pushed up. Again, he was back at base because he was low. That's why he was back at base. Makes perfect sense for him to be back at base at that point in time. There was no reason for me to complain. The frame rate get weird. Let me refresh this. I think I had some internet issues this game, so that might be why. It might be the stream connection. Hopefully it clears up. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's better now. Now it's worse again. So might have to mess with my stream quality setting. That's okay. Kelvin is so hard to kill. At all stages of the game, he's impossible to kill. I might skip forward here a little to see, because I think the laning phase is somewhat nearing its end, because we're starting to dominate a little bit. It's not going to take too long for us to take this tower. We're just holding the pressure on here. I think I could be stealing jungle more, maybe? It feels bad to go steal jungle while they're in lane, though. Although I am going to go kill this guy. Well, no, I'm not. I actually kind of fucked this up. Probably could have killed him. For some reason I was thinking he'd go secret, which does not make any sense. Alright, let me skip forward a little. Fought the paradox here. Should we have fought the paradox here? Okay, no, I back up when I realize it's dangerous. Start focusing on creeps again. I actually think we lost our tower first because of how absent the 7 was. I had like no pressure. I think I do correctly register here that I need to back up. I could have went up through the stairs actually. I always forget that's a route. But I do correctly identify that I need to back up because my tower's dead, which is something I failed to do in the past and it's gotten me killed. So backing up to my wave here to farm in safety of the walker was good. So it's going to be more creep farming. Again, I'm the only one in the lane, and so I can't really say that I should have jungled more. I mean, maybe I should have taken the jungle here. I think I'm going to take some jungle here. Yeah, okay. I'm reading my own mind. Make sure I grab the buff. Another thing I'm trying to remember when I look at the map, when I'm checking around for jungle farm, or in general when I'm looking at the map, if I see the buff and I'm nearby, I need to prioritize it because the buffs are really strong, and in my MMR, no one prioritizes them. So I should abuse that while I can. Go for a game? No, I think I'm thinking of a different game. I need to stop trying to predict what I'm going to do. Just focus on what I actually am doing. Okay, so yeah, we're kind of still just laning. Because I still need the tower. And again, I have no help here. Fortunately, I have the movement buff, so I could have... I don't know that I was thinking about this at the time. But I could kind of afford to play up because I have the movement buff. Because I could totally just pop my heal and dash like 5 times while I'm healing. Because my heal isn't maxed right now. But I could still move quite far. And here I'm gonna... I think I'm doing better here, recognizing that I need to help 7 as he pushes up. So I moved up a little, but now, yeah, the 7's with me, which is good, and I think we should have went for an ult here if I don't. Oh, I realize someone's behind. No, now I can't look for an ult because, yeah, and the movement buff is just literally saving my life right now. So that the decision to pick it up was huge. Then I go on the paradox here because she kind of overextended a little bit. Unfortunately, she has intelligently bought quite a bit of shields, bullet shields, so I can't really do much to her before she's too far. And then I abandon the chase because I don't want to get killed in enemy territory. I probably shouldn't be farming that wave. Yeah, let Wraith have it. But I should actually, no, I should be going back to blue right now. To be totally honest, I should not be farming this. I should be with Wraith right now, pressuring my tower. Like, look how low Kelvin was just then. Up here. And Paradox dies. If she was even there. I don't know where she died. Yeah, I should be in lane right now. If I was in lane... Trying to help Wraith. When Wraith originally decided to go into the lane. I think she turns here. She not? No, she's going back to base. If I was there when she was pushing the wave, we probably would have taken the tower. Or we at least would have probably killed the Kelvin. even if we had to back up after. I have Kelvin in my ult. I think we get Kelvin here, though, which is great. Maybe we don't. No, he gets out. There's just too many of them. Just 2 of us and 3 of them, so we're backing out. Trying to keep some pressure on, though, because they're not really, like, overcommitting. That was a good calm. Just leaving there without calming to the 7 that I'm leaving would have been really bad. Now the haze is here. I want to push up again. I really want this tower. Finally gonna get Kelvin dead. Get this tower. Get the parry off on it, which is nice because we don't really have a wave, and then we're able to secure it. Cool, so we get the tower down. We're quote-unquote officially into the mid-game. What should we be doing right now? Is this a good fight? This is a good fight because of the tower, or the walker that we're fighting for, but I probably should be paying more attention to this Shiv who's behind us. This fight is not winning right now. We should just be leaving. I should be, like, teleporting my teammates out. We all do back up. Everything's fine, I think. I gotta reset. I tell him I have to reset, which is good. I think it's probably a good rule of thumb to, if you're gonna calm nothing but one thing, calm when you're leaving your team during important moments. Because it's really frustrating. They might rotate on you. Oh yeah, okay. That was a good calm there too. That was a good. Okay, let me pause for a second so I can actually. So the rule of thumb, it's a good rule of thumb to always calm when you're leaving your team, especially if you're fighting for something, even if it's just a sort of like poke skirmish. Because it's really frustrating when your teammate leaves you, and you are. And you don't realize it, and you think that you have more people than you do, so you like push forward and then die, and you're like, oh shit, where was my team? MOBA players, from what I've seen, well, I shouldn't blame this on MOBA players, but a lot of people don't calm at all. So that'll happen a lot, so you kind of have to have the awareness to see that coming. But as ourselves, while we're playing, we have agency to do that, so we should pretty much always try and calm, at least when we're leaving. So like there, when I said I have to reset, I probably could have even been clearer and been like, I'm leaving, I have to heal. But that was a good calm. That was a really good calm. And then afterwards, I recognize on the minimap that they're all leaving, and they were just in blue, and our Talon is pushed up on purple. And I'm interested in pushing the purple walker. That actually might be a mistake. I think I was interested in that. Probably a mistake. I was looking to get objective damage while the enemy team was distracted fighting, but they're leaving. But it was a good calm to the Talon to be careful that they might rotate into them, because Talon is so pushed up. But then I think on the mini-map, we see Shiv is still there. No. Oh wait, hang on. Are we gonna back here? We're gonna finish this wave. Yeah, okay. No, that was smart. I don't know if I'm gonna go for purple in a second, but what we just did, I could have been even more passive, to be honest. I could have left. That probably would have been the smartest thing. But finishing the wave and then going into the jungle there, at the time, I don't think I realized the jungle wasn't up. But going into the jungle there is, at the very least, good, because I'll be off the minimap, so the enemies will probably think that I left. Now I realize they're all fighting. They are close, but they're involved in this fight. So I decide to take this walker while they're fighting that. And I feel confident I can get it before they get to me. And so while I'm doing this, I remember I was ready to leave the moment the walker died, which I think is very important, because they should be rotating to me. I think better players would have abandoned the fight for blue, or at least some of them would have, to respond to me. Because, I mean, the fight for blue was over a walker, and they were winning the fight. They were defending blue, but they lost a walker anyway for the fight. Because... Whoa. Oh, and here the lag comes. Must not have been my internet if the stream isn't lagging. Or wasn't lagging, I guess. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're not there. But what is happening right now? What should we be doing right now? Okay, so the Rejuvenator's in. We should be playing a little bit safe in case they push the base. So I think I even calmed that at one point. Push blue out as well. Kind of have to stay close to base while they have... And we have the... Oh, that's great. We have the urn as well. I didn't even realize this at the time. We're holding the urn. We're like denying them the urn while they have rejuve. That's actually great thinking on the Haze's part. I personally would be farming with it. But they can't run the urn while we're staying close to the base. And they have all this map control because of the rejuve waves pushing into us. So this is another thing that happens a lot in my like low MMR lobbies, is a lot of times like a team will take the mid boss and then they won't really push any objectives with it. And that's kind of bad for them. Kill this Kelvin. I'm gonna pause again. I think that's bad for them because it causes their waves to push into our base, and so it gives them a lot of map control. But if we play, like if we're looking at the mini-map, if we play like behind this line, and we still have lots, and we stay fairly close to each other, and we still have lots of, a decent amount of jungle farm, and even more importantly, since their creeps are stronger while the Rejuvenator's going, their creeps are killing our creeps faster, which is good for us as far as like money is concerned, because, or soul diff, because our creeps are being wasted. And then, so we have these huge enemy creep waves getting close to our base where it's easy to safely farm them. And so normally that's an advantage for the team that has the Rejuvenator, because it gives them all this map control so that they can use that map control to take an objective, as well as, of course, having the faster respawn time if any of them die. Like, they really could be pushing one of our walkers right now. But because they're not doing that, as long as we stay close to the base, we almost are at a advantage. If they waste their advantage, then we can just take advantage of all the creeps that the money essentially they've pushed into our base. So I'm curious to see if we're gonna take advantage of purple. We are gonna kill Kelvin here, I think, which is great because we can waste one of the Rejuvenators and get him staggered. I don't know if staying here was wise. I have Wraith with me. Oh, he gets out. Okay. And our team's going to clean up that wave on purple, so we're good. Shiv is there. And I can't be in every fight, so it's okay that I'm not there. Because the whole team is there. And okay, let me look at the mini-map for a sec, because I know I'm about to farm this camp. Yeah, I think this is okay. We don't want to push blue past where it already is because of the Rejuvenator. We can let those minions, enemy minions, push ours back a little before we farm that wave again. That's fine. And the buffs are up, which is unfortunate. The enemy's not taking advantage of them, which is fortunate. But we definitely don't. We want to try and stay on our side of the map, just in case they push an objective. It looks like Shiv might die over there too. No, he's so high health. How is he so high health when our whole team is there? Okay, now they have the urn now. The urn is in play, and so... Ulted the Kelvin there. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, and I'm thinking I could have ulted the Kelvin at one point in that fight, and my Wraith could have taken care of it. That's a good point. I'm glad I calmed that. I totally could do that. I forget to ult a lot of times. I might do it here. Do I do it here? Because the Wraith is with me. Because the pattern recognition should be there's an enemy that can guaranteed die by a teammate that is with me. So here I don't. I remember deciding not to because. Can we turn and fight the Geist and the Kelvin here? Yeah, and yeah, okay, cool. I'm thinking about my ult now, which is good. Now I'm trying to find a moment where they're close enough together, I think.
I have them both. I have them both.
I actually was settling for the Mirage there,
Very nice.
but I did get them both, which is cool.
Can we push green off this?
We need to fix blue as well, though. We can't get the urn now. Unfortunately, Viscus got the urn, which kind of sucks. But at that point, I did recognize he was taking it, but I didn't try and gun it for him because like there's really no point. My teammates are doing that, and I think that might be a mistake on their part. I think me fixing these waves is the right decision, though. Especially my ult's on cooldown right now. I don't have a lot of team fight potential. Or, well, I do, but I don't have, like, extreme Dynamo ult potential. Alright, let's see. Purple. Yep, and I'm really just thinking about wave management here because my team's really not doing it. Keep checking the minimap and not seeing anything significant that I can assist with, and also seeing lots of waves that need to be pushed. Okay, so here, this is really good. This is really good. I remember, my eyes are on the minimap and I recognized all these enemies. And I saw an opportunity to attack this walker. And I know that we can't defend our yellow walker right now, so I'm thinking we'll trade then. You can have yellow, but we're gonna take your blue. Okay, and he shows up, and I bounce. Because I'm not interested in fighting. Well, if he's alone, which it seems like he might be. Now I'm okay with fighting him. Oh, now there's more, so I need to leave. I probably should have just left, to be honest. And if that jump actually worked, that would have been sick, but it did not. Oh, this was great. Okay, so since you're invulnerable inside your quantum entanglement, I used it to teleport. I should have definitely focused this block there. But I remember I was watching my health bar. I think I used my 1 to CC them a little, maybe make them miss some shots, but I was watching my health bar. And when I got low, I used quantum entanglement. I definitely missed those boxes there. I need to, I should have paid attention to those. I probably was looking at my minimap. Tried to catch this paradox here. If I hit her off that, she'd die. Fortunate. Okay, so I think I'm going to rotate over and help with this fight now. Which is good because the fight is over green. This is a good fight for us to participate in. Green. Probably too many. I don't want to fight Shiv alone. Or at all, really. Yeah, it was a mistake to attempt to even fight him. I think I'd die for it. Yeah, I do. I should. As the moment I saw Shiv, I should have left. Regrouped with my team. Bane here. That would have. I probably would have lived. Save for something. I probably would have lived if I
Gun.
kept running.
Pristine emblem will do it.
I'm gonna fast forward this death.
Kill the blue walker. And that. Go hit blue. I'm gonna try and kill the blue walker.
I tell my team I'm gonna do this because I think I can since it's so low. I don't ask for them to help me. I think that's because I either didn't think that they would or didn't think I needed it. This is unfortunate. The Paradox spotted me, so I was trying to see if I could pressure him off. But at this point, I really should be leaving. Yeah. Sullivan's running the urn again. I don't think I realized that. They got a couple urns. We'll try and take some of their farm, which is fine. Am I going to go back to blue now? Well, I probably should take the farm in the wave right now. Although I am kind of buying time for Paradox to like lose aggro on me. That way I can try and push back up. And I see a bunch of people on green again. They're probably laser focused on my teammates. So I'm interested in taking the walker.
Come on, maybe go up there.
Now I'm out because I know they're probably going to respond. In fact, I think I heard, yep, there's two people on me. And I'm probably dead for it, but I think it was worth it.
Worth it.
Yep, that's what I thought at the time too. The other thing is I pulled them all off of the fights that they were in. My teammates could have taken advantage of that. Whether or not they did really isn't important, I guess. They probably could have pressured green. They didn't. We're back. No, well, okay, they're at green. So I'm looking to help green. And I'm not sure why I did this. I think I was thinking that it would cancel Viscus's ult. I should know better than that though. We did kind of clean up off of that though. A little bit. I could really get in there more right now. I could be more aggressive. Now, this is a situation where I need to say fuck blue. Blue's not my problem. I hesitated a lot there. I think I was thinking about blue. I shouldn't have been hesitating. I should have been pushing. We could get this walker.
Let's push green, come on. Last walker.
And I do calm that, and I call at least one of my teammates back, which is great.
We can take this walker. We have to be fast though. Leave as soon as it's dead.
Unfortunately, our Vindicta dies. I kind of think that's okay. Pretty sure I'd die for it too, because I think the Shiv follows me. Actually, the whole enemy team follows me. Again, it's okay though, I think, in that situation, because it was for an objective. And also, it would have been better like if more of our team was there. If we didn't get stunned by the walker, we might have actually made it out.
I can head there as soon as they respawn. Can you guys peel and fight yellow for the urn?
So here, I think what I'm thinking is trying to get my team to abandon the fight that they're currently in and go sit yellow to stop them from gathering the urn. Our lead isn't, or their lead isn't that great right now. So if we could win a team fight and then secure the urn, that would be huge. I'm not sure if my teammates listen to that call. I know at least Hayes does, which is cool, and Vindicta also is. Now we probably have to give urn. We won't win the fight. And then here I recognize, no, don't go anymore because we won't win. We have to give it. Which sucks because they're already at a lead, and like we definitely don't want them to have the urn, but there's nothing we can do about it. If we went over there and tried to fight it right now, we would just die. Any of them. Ironically, we might not have, because only Paradox went for it, but we had to base defend anyway. There might have been more over there as well. We only saw Paradox because she had the urn. That's probably the case. Base defense here was the right decision, fortunately. Just try and secure as many souls as we can from these creep waves. That's a terrible idea. Yeah, I don't know what the Hayes was thinking. Let's go mid right now. What? Unless she pinged it for another reason. I don't know. I couldn't find the zip line here. That's funny. Okay, my team's kind of grouping on blue here, which I think I like at the time, because I'm like, yeah. Because we have all of the walkers, so pushing objectives is totally viable now. Or pushing the base, I mean. Because despite our soul deficit, we are at an even playing field as far as objectives are concerned. Really wanted to kill. I think we might have killed him. Did I ult this Viscus? I tried to ult him, but I got stunned, unfortunately. More showed up anyway. We probably wouldn't have killed him. That's hindsight. But why would Viscus be there alone, I guess? Medic pulse there. So, this is something else I've noticed in my MMR. A lot of times, teams are... If anyone's played Valorant, you might understand this. There's this issue in Valorant where, like, a single smoke will stop an entire team from pushing a choke point, as if that whole team doesn't have, like, flashes or other ways of getting through the smoke. I think the same thing happens in low MMR deadlock, where, like, we are at a, like, 30k, almost 40k, well, like 31, 32. I'm bad at math, whatever. Soul deficit right now. Actually, more than 40. 43k. We're at a 43k deficit right now, and 2 of our teammates are dead, and the entire enemy team is here, and I'm pretty sure they are not going to enter our base. So I am really just looking to punish, like, poised to punish them for entering. If they all try and snowball in, I'll probably ult them. Like, they're thinking about entering. It's on their minds, but they back out for some reason. I guess because our teammates respawned, but, like, I think they want this fight. Maybe they don't. Maybe mid would be smarter first. And this is a hard game because really the only way we win is if we get a really good team fight. And my ult can provide us that. Because I'm I have farmed enough to compete with their team, but like basically none of my teammates have unless they're all together. So
Kill Mirage.
yeah, I call kill Mirage here. This is great. This is a good pick.
Good shit.
And then they kind of trickle in, and we're able to focus them one or two at a time, which was really awesome. Because we were actually able to win some team fights here. And I really want to put the aggression on right now. I should be even more aggressive. I should be sliding into them and aggressively looking for an ult. Because if they were smart and they were running away more diligently, I am kind of saving my ult. I think I end up using it on this Kelvin to make sure he doesn't get away. Because he's so freaking hard to kill. Yeah, okay. And then Wraith gets an awesome ult. Wraith got a lot of good ults this game. We take care of him. I'm trying to let my teammates pick up these bags to let them catch up. Which, if you look up there now, a couple of them are edging close to me. So those bags were big.
Get a shrine, Haze. Come on.
I wish the Haze would have listened. I don't think I end up getting this shrine. I don't know if it was smart to go for the shrine at all, with Mirage being alive. And I also probably could have timed my Quantum Entanglement to avoid his 3 damage, but that's kind of beyond the sort of issues I'm looking for. Pushing the shrine might have been too risky. Although some risky play has to be done. And I didn't have a big bag. Maybe Hayes did. I wasn't picking up the farm. So I would be willing to die for this shrine. But of course I don't get it.
Well, thanks for the help.
Are we going to get it anyway from minions? Like, get out of the map here. Or the top. No, we didn't. And we can win team fights too. We really should fight for the urn here. Together. Avatar's really bugging out here. Glass cannon. Glass cannon. That's what we should. So I do end up saving for glass cannon. Spoilers. I think I need to test out glass cannon more on Dynamo, because you'll see once I get it. It's so strong. And the minus 15% health, I think it gives. Let me look that up just to be sure. Minus 15% max health. That really isn't. I mean, that's not nothing, but this is big. This is even before you get a kill. This is big. I need to test buying that, maybe even rushing it on Dynamo more, because his gun damage is kind of crazy. I'm really not interested in fighting this Shiv, which is good, because the few times I have tried to fight him, I just can't kill him. Even if I can survive the fight, even if we can kind of go even. When they're fighting over that, no. I probably should be there. I was in the mindset of saving for... Take too long. Saving for glass cannon. Unfortunately, I was running from the Shiv because... Okay, so that's actually... I should talk about this. So I think what I did here was I boosted to try and steal this buff, which I think was a good decision. We're down a lot, so we kind of have to make risky plays to come back. And it was a gun buff, so that could have been huge. It sucks that I didn't... I don't think that fight was good, though. I mean, maybe if I got a crazy ult, it could have been. But I don't know that that would have been a good fight.
It's gonna take too long.
Yeah, and I realize that those only give 10 each, so it's definitely not viable to sit there. Go farm a... I'm going to farm this camp and then go back and get glass cannon. Okay, so let's see. This is an important fight. I really should be playing safe here. Close to the base where I can get back and heal. If I die, it's over. So I was able to absolutely delete the Geist, which is great. I should stay in the base now. We start pushing them out here. This is a mistake. Our whole team is up right now. I'm very powerful. Yeah, we really should just fight in the base. I want to punish this Kelvin for... And we are able to kill him. Now we should go back into the base right now. I push up crazy far to try and do something. I don't know what. But I get cursed and Mirage Tornado.
Where is my goddamn team?
They're in the base.
I'm dumb.
Where I should have been. Yep. I was playing too aggressive there.
I probably should have stayed more passive there.
We totally could have came back. And I threw. I threw this game.
Yeah, that's probably a game.
If we look at the state of our team before that happened, we just lost a few teammates, but so did they. I like have to get more than one kill if they continue this base attack. In fact, they might even like give up here with how many they've lost. They still have the Mirage, which is their hyper carry for sure. But yeah, that was a big mistake. And we lose the game because of it. My quantum entanglement was down, so I couldn't... Even if I had it up, I wouldn't have worked.
They're dead.
So then the game's lost. I tried to coordinate a ult with Hayes, which was good. She was about to do it, but in the end, but it didn't. It didn't work out. We were dead for too long. So takeaways here. I should probably take some notes. Open up a OneNote. Let's see. Or better yet, we will do it in Notepad. That's probably simpler. Oh, why is it so small? Okay, so the takeaways are in laning phase. Be more ready to push teammates. Even if you are... You can go ahead and preface that this is Dynamo. Be more ready to push with teammates if you are a little low. Damage you provide. Back. Well as heal. Teleport. Are too good not to take advantage. Save this on my desktop. Call it Dynamo 10, 21, 24. Sure. I'm actually going to reopen that with Notepad++ so that I have text wrapping. Notepad++. Or better yet, VS Code would work. VS Code's prettier. Okay. And we're back. Okay, what else in the laning phase? The rest of my laning phase pretty good. Otherwise, it was decent. I was doing a good job focusing on creeps. So that's probably my only note. Mid game. I don't know that I had a whole lot that I'd change. Should have noted things down while I was talking so I wouldn't forget. But I think I did okay in the mid game. Probably could have been a little more present in the fights. I feel like that's always the case. I could try and get more value out of my ult. There was a few times where, okay, so make sure you are using your ult basically anytime it'll guarantee kill. Except feel like kill is excessive. Needed. Sure, they will die. Anyway, without ult. Or are alone. Which you don't really do this. Don't really. So these things aren't really, this is the big one. Late game. Base defense. Do not over aggress defending base. Through game at the end. By diving and getting killed. I'm going to specify which game this is because I'm going to do the other game too. 1. Is there anything else for late game? Grass? How do you spell that? I don't know. What else? Did I have anything else? I think this is the big things. I think overall we're doing pretty good. Okay. Move on. The next game. Okay. This game, I was solo lane against Calvin. Wait. Okay, here I totally just trolled. He had meleeed me so much that I was hoping he'd do it again. And I was gonna parry him. And then when he finally did it again, he missed his fucking melee. I'm not even convinced he meant to miss it.
I'm trolling.
So that was unfortunate. But, and I'm joking, I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm joking. It was just mind games, man. I'm just making him think I'm bad. That way he plays stupid. Alright, let's get back in. We're back in, we're fixing the waves. A big thing to pay attention to on both sides of this is if you ever get a kill or you get killed, and the person left alive, whether it's you or your enemy, teammate, your opponent, are low, even just half, you have to really take that into consideration in the laning phase because you're going to respawn really quickly. And so he is really tanky because he's Kelvin, so he's able to kind of maintain some of this pressure. But it could have potentially been dangerous for him to stay up as far as he did because I came back with full health. But he did back up. But just something to keep in mind. If you ever get a kill and you're really low, there's a really good chance you should just finish shoving the wave really, really quickly. In the laning phase, this is. If it's the laning phase and you get killed while you're really low, it's probably a good idea to quickly finish shoving the wave and then just go back. Either get heals while you have time. If you don't have time, or for whatever reason you can't, then just play like safe for a bit. So you get your health back. If you're really, really, really low, it's probably worth it to literally go back to base. Because that could start a pattern of you. Let me pause this because I'm getting distracted. That could start a pattern of you having to play passive for a really long amount of time because your lane opponent is keeping the pressure on you. Whereas if you would have backed, you might have lost a couple creeps, or even if you lost an entire wave, it isn't that bad if you're able to recover. Because even if you have to continue to play passive when you get back, you're full health, so you have the opportunity to go for more last hits and whatnot. Okay, so I've learned my lesson here, and I'm able to parry him. He goes in for a melee on me. He was lower than me. That was definitely ambitious, but I'm feeling pretty good about myself after that. Like here, I'm fairly low, and I'm thinking about going back. Fortunately, I'm Dynamo, so I can just heal this, a lot of this damage too. But I'm going to play a little bit more passive now, or I should, because I'm not full health. And Kelvin's going to be back. But yeah, I get up on the bridge to try and deny. Recognize he's punching, so I decide to stop worrying about denies and try and get a couple creeps. He goes on me like this, it's kind of good for me as long as I'm able to get away. Like this, because I'm able to parry him again. I don't even think he tried after that. He was just dead. So
See, the death I had in the beginning of the game was mind games.
Yep, see, I'm saying it now. I totally just inted I hate
It
using
was
that
all
word.
on purpose.
I totally just
It was
threw
better
on
than
my first life in lane just to mind game him into thinking I was bad. That's what I
Be
did.
careful though, he's about to be
But
back.
if we can see, he actually briefly had a 5 or 600 soul lead on me earlier, but now I'm ahead because I've punished his aggression and focused on CSing as much as possible. And I recognize he keeps pushing me, so I want to get sprint boots and extra stamina next because he keeps like diving me with the with his ice beam. That makes me really slow. He's coming for me right now, which I do need to be careful because I'm like less than half health.
Weird. Why would you do that?
I don't know why I'm saying that. He would do that because I'm low. He's probably trying to see if I'm going to try and fight him while I'm low, which I'm not, and that's smart.
Not sure what your plan is.
He went back to buy there. At a bad time for him too, because there were waves. Or minions. I think I messed up my parry here. Yeah, he would have been dead. But I messed up my parry.
I got that parry.
Was I out of ammo? I was not. I was not. If I just left clicked him, he also would have been dead.
That parry.
Anyway, not focusing on the micro. I should have got the parry, but it was a good fight for me. And I think it was fine to take it. Take it there. Him dying again would have been great, but we have a lead, so we're okay. So I think the rest of this lane went pretty smoothly. When to farm jungle in solo lane is kind of tricky in my opinion. I ended up farming it partially here. And then going back. I figured out, well, let me get at least some of it while his creeps are getting softened by mine. Which actually is probably good. I might have lost some creeps to that. Or, well, like friendly creeps. Would have been good for me. Although that wasn't on purpose. But that would be because Kelvin went back to buy, which I was not aware of at the time. So, but that could be a good time to do it if it would cause some of your friendly creeps to die. I think I am doing it such that I'm not losing creeps though, which is the most important thing. Oh, my teammate said he's gonna go on him here, so I'm looking for an ult, but then I don't bother ulting because he got his grab on him. Then it looks like he might get away, so I go ahead and ult him. Again, guaranteed kill. I should ult.
Thank you.
He probably would have lived if I'd not ult there. Did lose a creep. That was a good ult. I could have done it earlier, but I was trying to save it if I could, just because, although I probably shouldn't have. Because if I'm solo lane as Dynamo, and I'm not really roaming at all, there's never a good time for my ult. So I should have just used it. Because I'll just never use it in lane. I'll only use it when I have a teammate. Going for denies here is good too. Try and go for a cheeky melee there. It's a couple denies on me too though, but that's okay. He has caught up a little bit. Not incredibly though. I think like here also in the past I would focus a little bit too much on him. And even there while he's hitting me, I know he's not going to do a crazy amount of damage, so I'm still focusing on creeps, which is good. That's what I need. I need the farm. I don't need kills. He's not really threatening me. Try and get some tower pressure here. I might steal his jungle as well. It would definitely be wise to steal his jungle right now. Messed up my parry on the tower, unfortunately, but again, he doesn't really have any burst, so it doesn't really matter if I take some damage from him. A really good poke on him there. And then he pushes me, which is interesting for sure. I probably should have invited the behavior and not tried to get away like that, but I have really been experimenting with playing more safe than I'm used to, just because I usually play way too aggressive. Or at least I was before. That over-aggression would get me killed a lot. Like, fine, yeah, use your beam. I'll just sit down here and steal all the souls from you. Questionable teleport there, but I would love a way to teleport like that where I wonder if you look straight down if this happens, where it just doesn't move. Because like sometimes I'm just teleporting to reload and I already like my position and I don't want to move. Maybe I should try just teleporting straight down, seeing if that works. You know what? The game's open. Let's test it right now.
Oh, I wouldn't miss this for the world. Hope I reassemble.
Yep. It works. So if I was on the stairs here, pretend this is an enemy walker or guardian, and I'm focusing on CS or whatever, and I want to reload with my 2, I can just look straight down. Or of course, I guess you could also do something like this. Change to the other staircase. But looking straight down is a good way to not move. That's smart. Okay, cool. Little thing. Not a huge deal, but still kind of cool. And here, I am happy to take this fight. The thing about Kelvin's fire rate slow like that is it isn't really that dangerous to me. As long as he's not using it to get away, it's not really that good for him because it doesn't do that much damage, and it does reduce my outgoing damage, but not while like doing much damage to me. I'm pretty sure I still do more damage to him in that trade. So I'm kind of fine with him doing that to me. Because then I can just focus more closely on hitting his head. And here was a good time to steal his camp. I probably should have done that more earlier on. That I should write that down. I'm gonna write that down right now. Heal enemy head. Especially tier 1 because it's fast. Okay. Unfortunate I couldn't clip that minion with my bullet. Messed up my parry again. That was weird. It kind of like popped me up there. I don't think I meant to jump. But here, I'm literally ignoring the Kelvin. He doesn't do enough damage to me. I don't care. I just want the tower. That's good. Now we have extra pressure. Diving him here would be great. Yep. And he's smartly going to back off. But I'm going to more aggressively farm now. I have to be careful. But when I'm up in this position, taking a wave really quick and then backing off is great. Because Kelvin can't really stop me from doing that. And as long as I'm quick, then there's really no time for the enemy team to rotate if they aren't already deciding to do that. So I won't stay up there, but I will go up there to farm a wave and then leave. Really good RNG on these boxes here. Okay, so now what I should be doing, we stop and look at the minimap for a sec. I should be thinking about a couple things. I have my ult, and the other towers... There's one still up, right? Is that what that is right there? Yeah, there's one tower still up. So I should be looking to help take that tower, but I have to push my wave before I can do that so that I don't give up control of mine. So I kind of... two big things to think about, and then one smaller, like, medium thing. The big thing number one is to make sure that Kelvin doesn't get to take my tower for free. You ideally... I'm not going to say this with super confidently, but I would guess it would be better for them to need to use at least 2 people to take that tower. So I want to make sure that I'm not letting Kelvin take it by himself. I also want to help my teammates take the remaining towers, which there is one. It did take a while to take this tower. We're at 13 minutes. One helped Kelvin, unfortunately, for him. But then lastly, I need to think about my ult more. This is something I need to do in the mid game a lot more, is I need to think about where I can get value out of my ult. Because it's such a long cooldown, sitting on it is kind of... Well, it's necessary a lot of the time because you have to wait for a moment of value, but I definitely sit on it too much. Because I could get Torment Pulse and just solo ult people. That would be really dumb, but I could do that. I could try a build that has Torment Pulse in it. And as long as there's a wave here, I really invite Kelvin to be here with me. Like, I am really... In this situation, like, I'll kill him if he stays here. That was a weird interaction with my teleport. But I'm not interested in, like, hanging out in the wave unless there's a wave there. If there is a wave there, I'll stay. In fact, I probably could have taken that wave too, but again, I'm thinking about other towers. I know I have time to rotate, and the enemy has had time to decide to rotate on me because I'm one of... Well, I guess... I think my tower is the only one still up. I could be rotating quicker. I should be rotating over to green right now. I think that's the first time I've literally ever been on that roof, so I was looking for boxes. Here, I should be doing a glance at the top bar to see how fed Bebop is, to decide whether or not I want to fight him. He's coming to fight me. He probably doesn't realize how strong I am right now. So I am perfectly fine with fighting him. I think he leaves, though. Oh, he ults. Yeah, that's easy. I should just leave. I should go help green. I'm staying here too long. Staying here too long. After your tower, or enemy, you have taken tower. Look to be in one of 3 modes. Okay, so my tower is safe. Wave is pushed. Mode 1. help. In order of priority. So we're gonna do. My wave is not pushed. Tower in danger. Mode 1. Defend the tower. 2. Help take / defend other towers. Or at least push their waves. Teammates are absent. 3. Farm lots of jungle. I think this is probably not all inclusive, but it's simple. Little order of priority. So right now, I am technically helping push a thing. I showing up here, clearing the wave, and trying to fight Bebop is fine. But since he's not like super hardcore, just throwing into me, and he's showing that he'll back up after I clear a wave, I should really just go over and help green. Although they have 3 there now, I could go back and help purple actually. At this point in time, or earlier, if we... Let's see when I show up. Let's watch the minimap. So I show up. 7 is actually pressuring the walker right now. I could return and help him pressure the walker more. That actually might be the best play. So like right here, my 2 plays are return and help him pressure the walker because he's there. I know that's not on our flowchart. But early walker pressure would definitely be good. With 2 of us, it could be dangerous, but I have ult, I have heal, I have teleport. It could be good to go return to my lane right now, especially because I'm so close. Like I could just travel up through corridor here and help. Option 2 is to help green. So then as this continues, there's not going to be a wave. Well, I finish the wave here, which effectively protects blue. Bebop backs up. Well, I finally finished the wave. I should have focused on finishing the wave quicker. I wanted to kill the Bebop. Here, I should recognize that my option for green is no longer needed because there are 3 teammates there. I do not need to go there. Bebop ults, I should probably look to either farm jungle or return to my lane and help 7. Jungle would be a good option though. I could climb up, go through the Veil, farm the enemy jungle while he's wasting his time ulting, because he can't really contest me. But I'm kind of just standing here doing nothing. I finally back up. I should farm jungle or wave here. Those are my 2 options.
Coming to help green.
Finally coming to help green. I see there's 2 now, so it's okay for me to come and help, I think. Yeah. A little bit slow in the decision making. The result is fine, but I was slow. Being a little careful because I'm low. We're going to take this walker. Keep calling it a walker. Guardian. I actually did look down there. I looked down and didn't move. Was I in the moment realizing that was a thing before and then forgetting after the game and having to go back in the sandbox to figure it out again? Okay, so here I should be leaving. I'm gonna go fix probably blue. Maybe yellow. Yeah, yellow makes sense. Huge wave on yellow here. And I think I should look for the urn right now. Let me make a note. We'll say kinda did this, but it was slow. Oh, yeah. I should have taken the urn there. I think I realized how many souls I had. So I guess going back and buying is also fine. There was not really a huge threat of the enemies taking the urn.
We can try and take green. Walker? Or yellow, I guess, would be better.
I'm thinking about taking objectives, which is the right way of thinking. You decide.
Fight yellow, we can try to get the urn too.
Yep, now I'm thinking about the urn. Objectives are on my mind, which I believe is correct. I don't know what Wraith is doing up there, but yeah, Yamato's talking about it too. So now I'm gonna grab the urn. I'm gonna try and get my team to help here would be good. I'm pretty sure I do.
Running the urn. Can we posture towards purple?
To try and get my team on board, because a lot of times running the urn when your teammates don't realize you're doing it is a bit of a throw, because yeah, you could run into a situation where you get there and the whole enemy team was hiding and you have no support. So I had a couple teammates here. Fortunately, they didn't contest. But I guess that's the power of the urn. We're at an advantage, so they either have to give us the urn or give us a bad fight for them.
Up top here.
Oh, I remember this. This was really bad. I was certain I could kill this guy. And I could almost certainly if her turrets weren't up. But they were. I should have left like so long ago. I have so much time to leave, and I'm so full committed on this. I couldn't even alter for a sec to think, even if I wanted to panic alter, because her turrets would have just killed me in my ult. That was troll. That was really troll. I don't even think I need to write that down, because that was just so troll that's not normal for me. Going in there and trying to contest. I also was expecting the warden to come with me because he commented on being able to hear something, and then I pointed out that they were in our jungle, but I should have. I had lots of time to decide to leave. Because if she'd be stuck in there. I could even try and call my teammates over to kill her. Because if she did try and leave, probably through the top, then we'd have a chance to kill her without her turret supporting her. So I mentioned running the urn again, which is good. Again,
fight it, we'll just win. We have a massive lead.
Something I've seen a lot in videos of tournament players, I don't want to call them professionals. I guess they are professionals if they're making money, but Deathy is one of them. I think it was him who was talking about it. I'm pretty sure it's him, so I'm gonna go ahead and give him the credit. If I'm wrong, sorry. But there's a concept. You'd think that the urn wouldn't be as important if you're ahead, because the urn doesn't give you a super crazy amount of souls. It does give you a decent amount. But if you think about what the urn does for you as the team that's ahead versus the team that's behind, you might not need the souls from the urn that bad, but the chances, if you group, the chances of you depositing it are very high, because you're ahead by a lot. Like right now we're like 28k ahead or so. No. We're like 18k ahead. Either way, we're well ahead. So if we run the urn, there's a really good chance we deposit it. And we've sort of forced the enemies to either decide to fight when they don't want to because they're behind. They're probably trying to catch up. So decide to engage in a team fight when they don't want to, or they have to give us the urn. So even though we might not need the souls from the urn that bad, we already have a lead. Picking it up is great because it's an opportunity to force a fight or to accelerate our lead. And if you think about it, if you ignore the urn because you think, oh, well, our lead is so big, we don't need it, you're kind of leaving it there for the enemies to pick it up. And a cheeky urn run or two, when you're down on souls, can easily snowball you into a comeback. And so securing this urn is like elusively important, I feel. So I know that we run over. I think we saw them on the minimap at some point, so we know they're here. Back here we saw Bebop. And yeah, we saw Infernus as well, so we know they're hiding here somewhere. So I come up here to drop the urn. I don't want to lose the urn. I'm also kind of fine with just kind of like baiting over here because we have some teammates pushing on the other side of the map. Then I realized our team... I was actually about to leave. I was about to make a mistake. But then I saw our team was going in. So... yeah, I don't know why I was going to leave. I don't think I was doing the math right. Because there's 4 of us here, right? Yeah, there's 4 of us here, and so there can be at max 4 of the enemies here because we see 2 of them laning against our McGinnis and our Yamato. So this is at worst a 4v4. So we should totally take this fight. And I have ult, so. But Warden does die, unfortunately. But I'm confident that we can clean this up. Especially because I knew this Infernus was a bit of a target. And so that works out for us. We did lose a guy, but we had a good fight, and we won it. It wasn't a full team fight. But we did win it, and now we are going to get the urn. And not only did we get the urn, we got the fight.
Help you push green.
Which means that those enemies are off the map for a while. So it's sort of a 2-for-1. Again, it's not just the value of getting the urn. It's also the value of like forcing a good fight. Here I don't bother laning or killing minions with them because I know there's already 2 of them there. Buying from the secret shop on their end of the map is a little risky here, but I was posturing to fight this haze anyway. So it's kind of fine. And I totally would have ulted her if she didn't just instantly die. We can steal their jungle, which is good. Right, the Kelvin here too. He's pretty good about backing up though. He doesn't throw his life away quite like the other members of his team seem to. Or I shouldn't say it like that. He's just tankier, so he has more time to get away. So here, this is looking like a really good fight for us. There's 3 of us here. It seems like there's only 2 of them. Although the rest of their team could be rotating over. So I need to stay grouped. I think I'm doing okay here. This is a little risky though, because if the rest of their team rotates over, then they could totally just murder us. This Kelvin, his ults are not always good for him. It's like stop his teammates from helping him. We're able to get a couple picks here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got a crazy ult. I believe that was the beginning of the end of the game. Let me go watch that again, just because it was really satisfying. We kill the Kelvin. And we're going on this Bebop. And then I see there's at least 2 here, and I ult, and I get all of them. Awesome. They're all going to die for that. Did that 7 have his ult at the time? Yeah. He should have just... He probably didn't think of it. But he should have just ulted instantly when I ulted. But that's okay. So we clean up off of that.
Let's keep going.
And I'm making sure I'm calming to my team to keep going because we're not going to have the problem that lots of low MMR teams do where we just get scared to take the base. And the rest is kind of history here. They keep trickling at us, which, I mean, there's not much else they can do because we have such a lead, but if they grouped a little, they might have had at least a team fight against us, but they didn't. Just trickled, so we were able to focus them down one at a time. And one thing I am doing a lot here that my teammates aren't doing is I'm focusing on actually shooting the patron. Although if they're going to keep trickling, I'm going to keep killing them. And our teammate says they're out, which sounds like a good idea at first because I'm like 1v3ing. But then Hayes dies, and I'm like, do we need to? They're all dead. We can end. And then our team comes back. So that right there is huge. Because if we all left here, well, we have a massive lead. So the chances of them coming back and winning are not great. But we would be giving them a foot, you know, back into maybe not the entire game per se. We could just win another team fight and then push the base again. But we give them the opportunity to sort of recover from that, which is not necessary here. I did feel like I was in a little bit of danger there because of the McGinnis ult, so I backed out. And my entire team just descended upon her. And now it's pretty much over. And that's it. Well, that game was crazy. That was all me. I felt super high impact that game. And I was feeling myself at the end. But anyway, hopefully this will end up on YouTube. Doing these self-VOD reviews, I hope will help me improve at the game more quickly. Should be some ranked streams coming up soon, as well as hopefully some VOD reviews for those streams. So stay tuned for that. And you can catch me at twitch.tv/Jerry, JEHREEE, 3 E's. It's not the same everywhere. Sorry about that. But you can see all this. It's streamed live. And yeah. So however you prefer to consume content. Okay, I'm going to redo that outro. Because that was terrible. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I am going to be doing more of these self-VOD reviews. This was really fun. Hopefully it helps accelerate my progress at improving at the game. There should be ranked streams coming soon, since this was my last game. This was my 50th game to unlock ranked, so I should be playing that soon. And you can catch me on twitch.tv/Jerry, JEHREEE, 3 E's. Link in the description. Link in the description if you want to watch this live. And, well, thanks.